Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings, brother Moses. I believe Christ came in the flesh. Man, I gotta tell you the craziest story. Man, you wouldn't believe this. The beloved ran out of gas on the highway. Man, it was terrible. I was driving, y'all, and I knew I only had like a quarter tank. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can make it off a quarter tank. Where I'm trying to get, I was trying to get home from work. I was working like an hour and a half away. I was like, man, if I could just make it off this quarter tank, you know? And then about 70% of the way in, almost there, like the gas light, probably no, excuse me, probably like 50, halfway there, like the gas light came on. I was like, man, I know I had about 15, 16 miles before I was going to stop. You feel me? I was going to run out of gas. And I was going, I almost made it. I was about 15 miles away, 15 miles in with the gas light on. And I came to an exit, and it wasn't an exit. It was an exit onto another expressway, and I got turned around, and my GPS said it was 9 miles into the next exit. And I was like, man, I know I'm not gonna make it, man. My heart was hurt. And it was like it was a street that was going underneath the highway. So I just pulled over to the side right there because I didn't want to get way stranded somewhere further up the road, like not near any street or anything. So I was like, you know what, maybe I just hop down, get off, pull to the side on the curb, get off the expressway, walk down on this road, and maybe I'll get a gas station. Well, unfortunately enough for me, the gas station was like 3.5 miles away. So I had to walk. I'm walking, it's hot. I feel like I'm wandering, you know what I'm saying? I go from trying to make it running on fumes. Now I'm wandering, trying to ask for direction. I'm wandering up the road, it's hot, and I end up making it to the gas station. He didn't have any containers. He gave me some bottles of gas. I'm like, man, I wish I just would have filled up when I had the chance. I wish I would have just filled up when I had the chance. But no, I was trying to go off. I had filled the tank up on a weekend, and I thought I could make it this far off what I filled up on a weekend. Running on fumes. Wandering in a city I don't even know where I'm at. That's how we be in God. We think when we go to church on Sunday that's enough. When we fill up on Sunday, we think we can make it all the way through the week because we filled up on Sunday or whatever day that you choose to go to church and worship. And we don't even realize come Wednesday, we running on fumes because you thought you can make it a whole week without getting with God. You thought you can make it a few days off Monday's prayer. Nah. You thought you can make it because sister so-and-so or brother so-and-so laid hands on you and prophesied over you. And you was filled up. And you thought that was enough for you to get to your destination, and you running on fumes. And then you find yourself wandering, looking for directions, looking for somewhere to fill up and don't have nowhere to go. You know what's crazy? Because when I was walking on that road, I kept thinking, I wonder if anybody will stop for me, and help me along the way. I started looking for someone to drive me to the location. I was hoping that somebody would stop and pick me up and take me where I needed to go to fill up. That's how we be when we running on fumes, when we wandering. We find ourselves wandering around in the season, wandering around in the tribulation, wandering around in the situation, not having no direction, not having nothing to go by, not having no strength, feeling exhausted. And we looking for people to pick us up. We always looking for somebody. Then we start judging people when they're not there. We have false expectations that people should be there, but really you shouldn't be in that situation. You should have filled up on God when you had the chance. That's what I should have did. Before I left for that destination, assuming that I can make it off fumes or a little bit of fuel, a little bit of gas. We need gas to get us where we're going. We need the power of God to energize us to get us where we need to be filled up to make it to our destination. Why do we wait so long to get filled up in God? Why we got to be empty to get filled? You ever notice that? When it's time to get gas, you always wait till you on E to fill up. Why you can't just fill up when you're halfway there? When you're halfway empty? It's the same thing in God. Like, why we got to be on E to cry out to God that we need him? Why we got to wait till some devastation happen to seek God? Fill up on God. Fill up on God and stop moving on fumes. So you won't find yourself in situations where you looking for people, you wandering, looking for people to pick you up and take you to where you can be filled at. Be filled so you don't have to waste. I wasted like, I got to work at 2:30 and get home to 6:30. It took like an hour and a half. It took me, 3 extra hours. Don't waste time in the realm of the spirit. Fill up on God, not on fumes. Be blessed.